It is a magical night in our household because we are having super burritos and we missed the taquerias back home in California, and so we started making them ourselves here at home, and I love it. I love that I can make it myself, and it makes so much food. We always eat leftovers the next day. And I have not one, but two kinds of salsas to go with this. I have carnitas cooking in the crock pot, and I have Mexican rice cooking on the stove, and then I'm gonna get my beans started here in a minute, and then everything will be ready to go. But first, let me show you how I do it. So we need to get our carnitas into our slow cooker and let those cook all day. First thing I'm gonna do is cut up one white onion, and then I'm just gonna put I might need another bulb of garlic, but 5 garlic cloves into the bottom of our crock pot. And then next I added 1 cup of chicken broth. I just did the cup of water with the chicken bouillon cube. And then a 1/2 cup of orange juice. And when I buy orange juice, I just divide it up and freeze it so that way I can, because we just aren't orange juice people, and so now I don't have to buy it every time I make carnitas. So that's why you see some frozen orange juice. And then 2 bay leaves, and I juiced 2 limes. And here I have 3 tablespoons of fine sea salt, a tablespoon of pepper, and then a teaspoon of oregano. And I am going to rinse and pat dry my meat, and then we will rub the spice rub on each piece and put it in the crock pot. All right, so I'll just put the lid on and let it cook on low for 8 or 9 hours. Our carnitas are done. They probably cooked 8.5 hours or so. And I'm gonna pull them out and then shred them up. And then you can put them under the broiler in the oven, but we like to just crisp them up on a pan because they get a little bit crispier that way. And then for the beans, sometimes I make my own beans to go with this, but since I already need the crock pot for the meat, I am doing just a can of pinto beans. And then I don't drain them, and then I will just get those warmed up on the stove, and then I put in about a tablespoon or 2 of butter, and then some garlic powder and salt and pepper, and then I mash them up with a potato masher, and that is what I do for the beans. You don't have to mash up the pinto beans. You can leave them whole if you like that better. We just like them better when they're a little bit more of like a refried bean texture. And the rice I did in a video, I think it's the Mexican style or Mexican restaurant style dinner for $5. I will link that video in the description box and the recipe. I'll link the recipe too. Our meat is all shredded and my pan is heating up, and I just sprayed it with oil, and I'm just gonna just give it a bit of a crisp. Then I always do this creamy jalapeno salsa when I make carnitas, and I have a video on that, and so I will link that video in the description box. And then this restaurant style salsa is our favorite, and I have a video on that as well, and we'll link that in the description box also. And for these burritos, we do buy the big tortillas. I think they're called jumbo size, and we never finish them, and so this last time we froze them, but they're too big for the Ziploc, so we had to fold them like this. And so that is why you can kind of see like a crease in the tortilla. then I like to just like mix everything up a little bit. That way you get everything in each bite. And then we're gonna roll it. And I always do the side closest to me, the one that has like the least tortilla sticking out. Fold it in, and then fold it, and then scoop it towards yourself. And then roll it. And then we always do it in the foil, just like a taqueria does. It kind of steams, it keeps it warm, and it just steams up the tortilla, so it's just a little bit softer. And then we'll put limes on the side. And we have our creamy jalapeno salsa and our regular salsa and limes, and she is ready to go. Those were so good. I can't wait to eat them again tomorrow. Thank you for watching. Subscribe so you don't miss a video. And if you enjoyed this, please give it a thumbs up, and I will see you all next time.